welcome to today's Real Show. Today, I want to discuss with you two different issues, which I found very appealing. So I will start with the micro one. I had an interesting discussion with a gentleman this week who said to me how his neighbor was actually trying to kill the tree in front of their house because they found it quite annoying to have to, sweep all these leaves every autumn and so on. Now, as you may or may not be aware, killing trees, even if they are on your own property, is not allowed to be done without permit from the city. So in that case, the neighbor did not appreciate the fact that the tree next door was assassinated, and as a result, he actually called the city to stop them. I want you to think about how sometimes we make decisions depending on our convenience and what this decision have as an impact to the long-term value of our home and furthermore to our quality of life. In my opinion, one of the nicest things about living in a neighborhood inside Toronto City is that you can walk down the road and you can look left and right, and you may see those townhomes, detached and semi-detached homes they all usually have one tree in front of them. So you're looking on a street, how the street looks absolutely beautiful in autumn and throughout the year, exactly because it's not all cement, it's not all brick and mortar, there is actually some nature there. Now that nature, apart from the so-called curve appeal that adds to every single home, also offers the service of providing oxygen for us to breathe. Remember, we humans create a lot of pollution. Most of us have cars or use cars in order to go around, and having trees, even on our front yards or our backyards, actually helps the environment. If you own a home, I want you to remember how when you walk down the street and you looked at it for the first time, before you buy the home that you actually own, I want you to remember that the fact that all the homes had a tree there or some kind of garden created an appeal. Now imagine if you walk down your road where your home is in 5 years from now, and there is not a single tree to be found. Imagine if everybody thought like that property owner, that it's so inconvenient to have the branches falling off the tree and the leaves, and imagine you walking down to your street now and see no trees whatsoever. Would you be happy with that result? I believe not. So this is what I wanted to put out there. And I would be interested if there was a little bit of a debate generated here. And you can actually put your comments below about should we or should we not maintain the trees that we have on our properties. Moving on now. It's something that has been discussed a lot lately, but I do want to mention it here as well. It's regarding the fact that macroeconomic perspective of the Ontario or GTA economy shows that we have very low percentage of unemployment now. It's below 6%. However, at the same time, the increase of the salaries that people have is extremely low. So why is this something that we should be concerned with? Because it relates to the fact that prices of properties and homes are going up. The living cost, generally speaking, is going up. I'm pretty sure that all of us, when we walk into a supermarket now, we can see distinctive differences between the pricing of products that we were buying a year ago. And they're not cheaper, they're more expensive. So when products go up, let's say some products may have gone up by 10% compared to last year, but the salary growth is less than 2%, you can imagine that there is an instability created there that also has an impact on when someone wants to buy a home. If their salary and their living cost is not balanced, then an affordability issue is created and they can't get the mortgage, or at least the mortgage that they would like to have, in order to purchase the home that they prefer. I believe that this is a topic that should remain under discussion, and it should be taking into considerations from all employers in Toronto and in the GTA. And everybody should remember, as I mentioned to my previous show, which was referring to the wealth effect, that in an economy and in a society, everything is interconnected. When employees have higher salaries, they feel safer, they feel more appreciated, they spend more, they consume more, the economy goes well, and that circle helps the whole economy. These are the thoughts that I wanted to share with you today. And I would also like to tell you that you don't want to miss my next show either, because it's been a while since I had a guest on the show. And next week I will have with me an interesting gentleman who is an expert real estate lawyer, and we will be discussing some intriguing topics. So stay tuned, and I'll see you at the next Real Show. This was Andreas Batakis. And don't forget, if you love it, like it. If you have a comment, write it below. See you soon.